And I say this with a deep sense of seriousness because I want to dare De Beers to go and deny that they have been interfering in Botswana politics.
In a political twist that's sending shockwaves through Botswana, former President Mokgweetsi Masisi has emerged from the shadows with explosive allegations. On April 7, 2025, during a Botswana Democratic Party press briefing, Masisi accused diamond giant De Beers of secretly funding the Umbrella for Democratic Changes campaign during the 2024 general elections, a move he claims led to his party's unprecedented defeat after nearly 6 decades in power. Masisi asserted that the UDC's campaign funds dwarfed those of the BDP by a staggering ratio of 20-1. He further alleged that De Beers initiated certain initiatives during his administration, fully aware that the UDC would ultimately reap the benefits. These claims come in the wake of a new 10-year agreement between Botswana and De Beers, adding layers of complexity to an already intricate relationship. Throughout his presidency, Masisi was a vocal advocate for renegotiating Botswana's diamond deals with De Beers. In May 2023, he publicly criticized existing agreements, arguing that Botswana was not receiving its fair share of diamond revenues, and expressing his willingness to face political fallout to secure a more equitable deal. However, his confrontational stance drew criticism from opposition parties. By June 2023, entities like the Botswana Congress Party and UDC cautioned that Masisi's approach could jeopardize ongoing negotiations with De Beers, advocating for a more measured and discreet strategy. By April 2024, Masisi reflected on these tumultuous negotiations, revealing he was prepared to abandon talks if Botswana's demands remained unmet, underscoring his commitment to securing a favorable long-term agreement for the nation. Masisi's claims have been met with skepticism by many who view them as the grievances of a leader unwilling to accept electoral defeat. The absence of evidence supporting Masisi's assertions, coupled with his prior confrontational stance towards De Beers, further casts doubt on their validity. As Botswana moves forward under new leadership, questions remain over transparent governance and the true cost of Botswana's diamond legacy.
My government refused to yield to De Beers' pressure, and my guess is as good as yours in the calculation of the refusal to sign and the timing of it, and what we saw as the apparent outspending or by the UDC of ourselves by a factor of more than 1 to 15, 1 to 20, it's not hard to imagine where the financing may have come from. And I say this with a deep sense of seriousness because I want to dare De Beers to go and deny that they have been interfering in Botswana politics, including the use of finance. They started within my own party when they financed the so-called Schlemmer report. That Schlemmer report was window-dressed, sugar-coated to be as if it were a BDP project. It was not. It was fundamentally a De Beers project and the greatest beneficiary who then ascended to the leadership of the BDP. That was their project. So they can't deny it. They can't deny the fact that they secretly then had financed the retirement of a former president, which then became public, unfortunately. And I bet you it's only a matter of time before it becomes public how they managed to finance the change of government because of an injury they felt at the negotiating table when we beat them hands down. I challenge that. And I challenge the UDC government to come out clean and tell us what price did they pay by watering down a brilliant agreement that we had with De Beers. 2, we must also get to calculate the real cost, the true cost, the opportunity cost of the sacrifice that was made to the expense of Botswana, in terms of potential lost revenue. But we warned you about this, for there is no genuine intentions on the part of those who are harping criticism at us when they don't know what's in the frying pan to do with negotiations. They don't know why we had never challenged this agreement in the past. And I did say, and I meant it genuinely, I was prepared, if it took that to lose elections,